hurry up? What's this hurry up in the comment section? Hurry up? You hurry up. Shush. Gee whiz. We're starting. We're alive. How you going? My goodness me, go Melbourne Demons. You are a muppet. We've just gone live at the exact right time. Hey guys, how you going? So the Melbourne BKR Sport. We are here as the Sydney Roosters take it on the Manly Sea Eagles. It's going to be a good game here. It's going to be a romper. Maybe we might actually get the game we were promised to deserve before the Pride scandal last year, because this was the game of that week when that happened, which was a huge game at the time to try and make the 8. And then we all saw the Manly Bridge coming crumbling down after that one there. But this is going to be a good game here tonight, guys. We just saw the Parramatta Squeals put away with the Newcastle Knights there. I do think tonight the Roosters probably do get the win here, especially considering that Tommy Trbojevic is still obviously injured and won't be back. He probably will play round 1, but definitely, won't be playing here today. But it is basically full team on full team here, so there's no real excuses here for either of these teams, besides, I guess, the Trbojevic effect for Manly. But I hope it's a good game, because the last one was still fun to sit back and chill out and have a watch, I guess. But I guess we all knew, we all had an idea of how that one was going to go. So, yeah, it is what it is. And unfortunately for you lot in the Hunter, God help your souls, you're probably in for another tough old season there. But Parramatta, you proved again. I did obviously post on TikTok. If you guys aren't following me on TikTok, BKR Sport YouTube, you really should be, because I do my real post quick reviews. I did them on YouTube, but I don't want to flood the channel with the post-game reviews there, so I chucked it onto to TikTok, and if you want to see my post-game reviews for about a minute and a half, then go over there. But let's get into the two team lineups here, guys. Obviously, first off, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get into it. So, for the Roosters today, Corey Allen comes in alongside Daniel Tupou, James Tedesco, Joseph Suaalii, Lindsay Collins, Nat Butcher, and Nafahu White, with Alfred Smalley, Fletcher Baker, Kurt DeLuey, Sam Walker, Tukuhau Tapua, Vuate Karawalevu, and William Fakato Murphy going out for the team. In the fullback role, obviously their captain, James Tedesco, absolutely fantastic, with Daniel Tupou and Jackson Paulo on the wings, Corey Allen and Joseph Suaalii in the centres. So they are trialling out the Suaalii into the centres in this game. I believe that he'll go back to the wing very quickly, but in the same sense, they're trialing him out there, and that is a scary prospect. Moving into the halves, it is actually a weaker halves pairing, though. They've got Drew Hutchison and Sanders Smith. They don't actually have Luke Keary and Sam Walker there, so it's not a full-strength team. But you got Lindsay Collins and Matty Lodge in the front row. Brandon Smith is the number 9, obviously coming from the Melbourne Storm there. Egan Butcher and Nat Butcher is the back row, and then Victor Radley is the lock. So it's not actually a completely full-strength team here for the Roosters. They really love not playing their full team, in the preseason. But Terrell May, Nafahu White, Jake Turpin from the Broncos, Seo Wong are the interchange, with the reserves being Thomas Deacon, Junior Polga, Ethan King, Tupulotu Katoa, Ben Thomas, Tyler Moriarty, Xavier Va'a, and Eli El Zakam. That is the reserves there for the Roosters. Now for Manly, they are playing pretty much a full-strength team, with Brad Parker, Hamali Olakawatu, Jake Trbojevic, Josh Aloiai, Josh Schuster, Ko Weeks, Kelma Tuolangi, Morgan Harper, Ruben Garrick, Sean Kepi, Taniela Paseka, and Dr. Takwala coming into the team, with Cameron Brown, Charlie Thompson, Fletcher Myers, Herondon Wilson, Jackson Ferris, Jacob Sykes, James Uaselli, Joe Tramontana, and Joshua Stuckey going out. The fullback today is Ko Weeks, with Christian Tuipulotu and Ruben Garrick on the wings, Brad Parker and Tola Tau Koala in the centres. I'm surprised that Ruben Garrick isn't playing as that fullback there. But it is what it is. The halves are going to be my boy Joshy Schuster goes to the 6. He needs to have a big one. Cooper Johns in the 7, so Cherry Evans not playing either. Taniela Paseka, Jake Trbojevic front row, Gordon Chen Kam Tong as the number 9, Hamali Olakawatu and Kelma Tuolangi back row. Sean Kepi is the lock, with the interchange being Jake Toby, Ethan Bullimore, Viliami Fafita, and Tofofo Sipley. Reserves Ben Trbojevic, Ben Condon, Raymond Tuamaiolo Vaenga, Josh Aloiai, Instagram blocker, Morgan Harper, Samuela Fainu, and Zach Fulton as the reserve. So there we go, guys. The game is about to get started here. We are about to see the kickoff. Like I said, smack that thumbs up button. It's free, you may as well. Subscribe if you are new around here. And get around, baby. Get around. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Senpai says, oh boy, just start the cardio off. It's 40 time. Mate, it's been 40 time for the last 2 hours. What you mean? We started like 2 hours ago with the Knights and the Eels game. What are you bloody talking about, son? Anthony says Roosters to win this game. Vobsy says Manu, Hargraves, and Walker are out. I don't know if anyone else is out, though. Luke Keary's out as well. Corey Allen, Bulldogs legend. It's over. Bye-bye, Manly. You're a muppet. Darren Link says, hello, Big Sport. I'm a big fan of you. I've watched you for about nearly 2 years or so. I think you're the best NRL streamer. I love what you do. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. But the Roosters, they do get this ball out to the 15 or so. It'll be first tackle now. Callum Brooks says, I think people are really underestimating Manly this season. I think they'll do pretty decent. I don't think they'll make the 8. Let's put it that way. But I do think that there is a world where I see them making the 8. And there's a world where I see them making the top 6. And there is a world where I see them making probably 5th as a ceiling. Maybe 4th as a ceiling. But overall, I do still think they'll miss the 8. I think that they're it's going to be a penalty here to the Roosters early. I think that they're a team that has a few issues behind closed doors that aren't being told to everybody. I still think the prize situation is handed down to them. Obviously, backing in Tom Trbojevic is really difficult considering his injury history. Currently injured too. I think there's a few things that's going to be an issue. And Josh Schuster needs to have a big year in the 6. He needs to have a big year in the 6, man. He really does. Truckin says, Darren, welcome to the channel and thank you for creating your account today to enjoy the content. Get around it. Thomas says you're a gun at pronouncing names. I do my best, man. Do my best. Sometimes I can have a bit of a struggle, but overall I think I do pretty well. Bob says Seagulls will do well for the first 7 rounds, then Turbo will get injured and everything will go shit. Well, I hope he doesn't, man. I want to see the best players on the best players, you know. So first tackle here with the Roosters. They're 40 metres out from the line. They go left-hand side, gives it off to Hutchison, and Hutchison to Matt Lodge, who was the one who actually received a penalty just then. They go right-hand side here. Hutchison gets it out the back. Good run. Jeez. Oh, that's right. Crichton's not playing today either. Oh, that's right. Crichton might not be playing this year. So right-hand side here for the Roosters. And Sandon, who's playing, I think, the 7 today. They'll be 13 metres out from the line. 4th tackle here for the Roosters. James Tedesco playing in a ball-playing position there, which is interesting. 5th tackle. Gets the offload away, actually. It's saying it's still 4th tackle here. And they'll be 10 metres out now from the line. Lodge already been a cat. All right, left-hand side here. Roosters, Suoliti. Bro, it's 5th tackle. This is why Suoliti's not a centre for me. This is why, because he's never going to pass the ball. He won't pass the ball. Suoliti is going to be a selfish centre. I don't believe he's a centre. This is my problem that I said on the stream last night, on the video like yesterday, with my centres tier ranking. If Suoliti plays centre, there's an issue. Because I believe he is an out-and-out winger. I think he's got the height, he's got the speed, he's got the leaping. I think he's a great player in regards to getting the ball, but I don't think he's a great player in regards to giving the ball. What do you mean, is he doing the stream or what? I'm live. Jack says, are you doing this stream or what? I'm literally live, bro. What are you talking about? I'm right here. I'm in front of you. Hello. I'm right here, mate. Right here. So that's going to be a penalty too, Manly. 20 metres out from the line. Gave me a heart attack for a second then. I was like, shit, surely this computer's not over bloody damn well heating. You doing the stream or what? What a clown. What do you mean? Is he in Top Chat? Maybe he hasn't refreshed his page or something. Maybe it didn't go live for him when we went live. Maybe. I don't know. God help him. God help his soul, you know. God help his soul, you know. Unbelievable. All right, so Manly with the ball, 3rd tackle. Got this ball out to the 40. Just making sure you're doing the stream. Well, I'm not doing the stream anymore, lads. I'm not doing it again. That's it. I'm going on protest. I'm going on hiatus. You can't stop me. All right, so 4th tackle now. It'll be 40 metres out from the line. 40 metres out from the line for Manly. And they give it off to Johns. And it'll be 5th tackle here, 25 metres out. It's actually not as strong teams as I actually kind of would have expected here. Especially considering. But it is what it is. All right, so that's going to be knocked back there. Manly going to score a try. Kelma Tuilagi has just come back, flying through there, and it's going to be a Manly try. It's going to be 4-0 here with the hit to come. Wowee. That's random. That is super random. That is super random, man. That was out of nowhere. But that is going to be a try there for Manly. They kick it up in the air. A bit of a nothing kick ends up being a try time. Who's their number 9? No, who is that who just knocked the ball back? Brad Parker knocked the ball back there for Kelma Tuilagi. That was nice. He says, just saw a comment from an account with a pendant profile picture. It was on a poor quality ad, horrible volume and everything. And he said, sounds like when I'm on hold for Centrelink. Definitely doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it definitely goes back. And no, good work there for Kelma Tuolangi, who was the one following up there, who scores the try. Really nice trail there by Kelma. So 4-0 here with the kick to come. Who kicks for them? Because obviously... Actually, who does kick for them? Who kicks for them? Oh, Ruben Garrett kicks for Manly. Ruben Garrett kicks for Manly. That's right. You got to get yourself back into the thought process of who does what. Yeah, I thought the Roosters would win until I saw their halves pairing. Neither Sam Walker or Luke Keary is involved. And now you start to kind of freak out a little bit because you're like, oh, their attack's probably not going to be up to standards. And, you know, Manly might be able to sneak something here. They did well last week, Manly. Obviously, they were top of the preseason challenge until I think he's missed the kick, though. That was a bad miss there for Ruben Garrick. Wowee. That was a bad missed kick there. I don't know what that was. So 6 minutes in, 4-0. Malcolm says, Manly finished last season not far off the Dragons. They're not scrubs. Manly finished last season horrifically. Like, absolutely horrifically, Malcolm. So bad, in fact, that they got absolutely walloped by the Titans on the Gold Coast. So, no, Manly did definitely finish off the season very, very poorly, Malcolm. For a team that was competing for the 8, they became a... Like, they didn't finish bottom 2, but they definitely were playing like a bottom 2 team in those last 6 rounds. So, second tackle here for Manly. They're going to get punched, but I know he's going to get the offload away there. That was nice. You got to wrap the ball up, lads. You got to wrap the ball up. They're going to get it away here, and Manly are away on the right-hand side. Tui Pelotu. No, he's kicked it. I think he's offside. Wow, the referee's missed that. I'm pretty certain he was offside there. I think Roosters just got... the Manly just got away with a really good call there. Oh, they're going to kick it across here. Manly are going to end up scoring here. Or maybe not, actually. Maybe his legs have gone out. But that's actually kind of bullshit because you've just seen a very clear offside at the halfway point, and I think it's going to be a no try anyway. I think his feet do go over the sideline. Yeah, they've got a no try here, but that was incorrect. There was definitely an offside halfway they're not looking at, but I'm pretty certain his legs do go over the sideline here. That's great play by Manly, though. And it's a great kick from Cooper Johns, absolutely, Brighton. It is a great play by Manly, and pretty poor there from the winger. But does he get it down here? No, he's out. So it will be a 20-minute set restart here for the Roosters. His left foot goes down. Yeah, his left foot's out there. That's unfortunate because that was a really good work try. But then again, it is karma. Because it shouldn't have been in that position because there wasn't offside. It should have been a penalty. Should have been a penalty for the Roosters at the halfway point. Seagulls took a hood dive since their high a few years ago. Yeah, last year, they actually weren't that bad for the most part last year, even without Chawivich. They were okay. Like, they were competing for the 8. When the Pride saga happened, that screwed them dramatically. That really, really hit them hard. But overall, people look at their entire season and think they were really bad. They weren't. They just were really, really poor for that last month and a half. So, first tackle, right-hand side, Matt Lodge now. The Roosters are going to pick this game up quite big time because they've been poor so far. Left-hand side now, James Tedesco. He's going to be the guy to do it, and he gets his ball to the 40. It's a great run by Jimmy T. Great run. Malcolm's Warriors are underrated. No, they're not. So, the third tackle now, left-hand side, 35 minutes out. Matt Lodge gets his ball to the 30. Now, you go through your team 1-for-1, and you're not at all. Probably overrated. On whatever anyone says, probably overrated. So 15 meters out, right-hand side, Brandon Smith, the new Roosters blood. Bro, fit tackle, man. He gets the offload away, though. It was still poor, but they kick it through. Oh, it's going to be a try. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, it's the easiest try you're ever going to see. Warriors aren't even rated. They're probably still overrated, Wildred. How has he dropped that? That was an easy try, right to the post. That's a great kick. Bounces up perfectly. Bro, you can't be dropping that. Jackson Paulo, that's what happened to the Rabbitohs, man. That's what happened to the Rabbitohs. That Tigers win wasn't soft. It definitely was. So third tackle here at the 20. You set yourself up for some really unrealistic expectations, bro. My advice, don't do what I do. Don't back your team in for 6th and then come bottom 4. But I'm doing it again this year. But in the same sense, like, I know what I'm getting myself into. I don't think that you understand that you're going to feel like there are a vast amount of teams that I feel are in a better position than the Warriors. Oh, jeez. Manly are on fire right now. Manly are honestly on fire right now. I backed my team in for first and we end up tanking. Tanking in a league that you can't get draft picks for coming last. That kick was... Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, man. That's unfortunate there. That's unfortunate for Manly because they had Roosters backed up big time. They had them backed up big time. So 10 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. Bada bing, bada boom. Daniel says tanking for Panthers players. Yeah, Nathan Cleary is the next one off the top block. Oh, what is it? Jerome Luai? Which one are you going for next? I think Isaiah is still probably about 3-4 years away from joining the Bulldogs, but he'll come eventually. Yeah, give him time to replace that Cat Tavita Payne guy. Second tackle here for the Roosters. They're 40 metres out on the line. I can't believe they didn't score that just before. That was such an easy try. It was a great kick through, 5 metres out, and the guy and Jackson Paul just drops it cold. Yeah, this game is all over the joint, Brighton. Absolutely. Brandon Smith, a nice little run. He'll get his ball inside the 20. It's very frenetic. Oh, that's a penalty. That's either a knock-on or a penalty, referee. Bro. And that's a knock-on from Manly. Referee's having a shocker right now. That's either a bad play the ball from Brandon Smith or a penalty against the Roosters, against the Manly. You can't let that play on. Like that, I think that was just a bad play the ball. I think that was just a knock-on from, mistake from Brandon Smith. Daniel says, Cleary next, Burton and Josh Reynolds are better than Luai, so Luai would just be playing New South Wales Cup all year because an injury happens. Muppet. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. So it's going to be first tackle for the Roosters, 13 metres out from the line. Can they score here? I think so. Yep, they're going to score here. Daniel Tupou back on the inside. Oh, that's a great try. Oh! The Roosters are selling badly. That's dreadful. I don't even actually think, congratulations, man, on the top of that. But that's dreadful. Daniel Tupou, if he dives, he gets that with ease. The Roosters are selling here. That should have been 2 quick tries for the Roosters. I don't even understand how you can get that wrong there. Like, Daniel Tupou, you guarantee he scores a try there. You guarantee he scores a try there. The Roosters are tragic right now. This is tragic from the Roosters. Tragic. Looks like he doesn't give a shit. Absolutely. I know it's a preseason game, but my God. Jeez, Brad Parker's really bleeding heavily from the nose. Roosters need to be showing what they have. The Roosters should have had 2 very easy tries there. Specifically that Jackson Paul drop. But that one there, how is Daniel Tupou not diving for that? It was really simple. Interesting. So, third tackle. This game is so all over the shop. Fourth tackle, it's good though. It's good, but it's all over the shop. So, fourth tackle now at the halfway point, right-hand side. Actually, did we find out what happened with Sean Lane in that Eels game, by the way? So, Hamoli Olakawatu now gets his ball 35 metres out. Hitting the line, he's lost the ball. Is it a penalty? No, they're not going to say penalty. They're going to say knock on there. It looked like it could have been a penalty there. So, first tackle now here for the Roosters. They're 30 metres out here from their own line. Manly been giving away a few penalties too, which have been putting them in. Oh, he dislocated his jaw. Bloke says, damn it. That sucks because he's a good player there for Parramatta. Oh, jeez, crunching hit there from Kelvin Tuolangi. Tupou just doesn't get footy unlike Queensland. So Matt Lodge brings inside the attacking half. Oh, they're going to call forward pass. I think that was flat. It looked... Let's have a look here. Oh, it's probably forward. No, that's the right call. It's the right call. Probably just forward there. Mark comes to Roosters by 20. Bro, not the way this game's playing out right now, bro. Not the way this game's playing out right now. It's been really, really poor from the Roosters. They should have had 2 easy tries, and I don't know how they didn't score them. Mark says, who scored the first try? It was Kelma Tuolangi. Kamatualangi for the and the West Tigers for Manly. All right, so Tototau Koala. I hope Titans do well this year, Jared. So first tackle lead for Manly. They're 35 metres out on the line now. Definitely a doubt for Storm Lane. With a dislocated jaw, I don't think he'll play Storm. That's only 13 days away now. So third tackle here for Manly. Oh, 6 again. Brandon Smith has been poor in this game too, eh? So right-hand side here, Manly, Tototau. He'll get taken down at the 20. Chooks are playing a great side too. No, they're not, Bryden. No, they're not. Sam Walker and Luke Keary are out. Jared Warrior-Hargrave's out. They've got players, but in the same sense, not really. Like you can't have two halves out. You can't. Brandon's not a 9 blunt razor, absolutely. But you can't have two halves out and be good. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the team is still quite strong. They don't have. They're going to miss Sam Verrills a lot this year, is what I'll say. They're going to miss Sam Verrills a lot this year. Manly, Schuster, short ball. Ola Kawatu, so close. 2 metres out from the line now. They're going to go short again. Oh, 1 metre out from the line, third tackle. Here come Manly. Schuster gives it out back here to Kipper Johns off to that guy. And now James Boyridge with the ball, 13 metres out from the line. It's the number 9 for Manly. He's got a bit of a difficult name. Garrick, try time. And this is all on you, Roosters. Because you could have been up 12-4. You could have been up 12-4, but you sold this. You sold this game, Roosters. Luke says, I hope this doesn't happen, but if Turbo gets into the season again, do you think he'll seriously have to think about retirement? If it's a long-term injury, yeah. But Ruben Garrick there, try time, and the Roosters look poor, man. They look really poor. Manly do look good. The Manly Seagulls do look good as well. But I don't, like, Brandon Smith, for me, not a 9. I think this is really proving it too. Because he's been poor as today. I also don't think Jackson Paulo is a winger. I don't think he's a good winger. You know, even at the Rabbitohs, like, what is Jackson Paulo doing there? Like, why is Jackson Paulo going... The Roosters are annoying me. I'm not even a Roosters fan. And I'm thinking, why is Jackson Paulo on the inside of the centre? Jackson Paulo is closer to the middle of the field than the centre. Riddle me that. I think Paulo's moving the centre. But he's wearing the 5. Is he not on the wing? Well, so what? They've got Corey Allen as the winger? Are you sure? Paulo is playing centre? Bro, this team, like, no, surely not. There is no way that you... This is why Suwaliti needs to play wing. They're annoying me, and I'm not even a Roosters fan. Not even a Roosters fan. I reckon Corey Allen's more a centre than a wing. Yeah, he is, but he's not that great either. But that's going to be slotting right through there. So we're 10-0 to the Manly Seagulls right now. We're 24 minutes to go here. Bro, Allen the wing's worse. I don't understand what the Roosters are doing here. That was nice from Schuster, by the way. Really nice from Schuster. Yeah, Corey Allen was on the wing before. I don't know what's happening. Manly look good. Yeah, Manly are looking good, though, because the Roosters are also looking really bad. So Kamatualangi's playing well tonight, though. 1 try and 1 try assist. There we go. All right, so Roosters kick it off, and geez, they look poor. Give me 1 sec. So Manly get this ball out to the 15 on their side of the field. And, like, it's not like the Chooks haven't had good attack. Like, they have had good attack, but they just don't. Like, another penalty. Jeez, this Roosters team, if they play like this year, my God. But, yeah, the halves are a big issue. Like, the halves are probably the biggest issue in this game so far. You know. All right. Bloody Chooks, there goes my multi. You're betting on preseason, bro? You lot who bet on preseason is mad. Mad. Truly mad. Betting on preseason. Second, did you look at the Roosters lineup? Did you see their halves? No Luke Keary or Sam Walker. So third tackle now, 33 metres out, left-hand side to Schuster. Schuster back onto the inside there, and Manly will get taken down at the 30. And that's a nice little run there. Lane Bolton says, nice on a better performance than the Roosters and the Knights reversing a premiership side while the Roosters reversing shithouse. No, I won't have that. No, the Knights weren't good. The Knights were not good. And that'll be fit tackle. That was a nice little run there, though, from Kelma Tuolangi. Tiaraki Numunga says, I reckon the Roosters can win. Are you watching the same game as me? Because they look poor right now. They can definitely turn it around, but they look really bad right now. Spur of the moment Muppetry. Fair enough. Desmond says, donate money to Sportsbet. Pretty much. Jeez, he just absolutely pumped off him there. Jeez, how good's Kelma Tuolangi been in this game, though? One try assist, and just did that as well. He's been phenomenal. And Suwali's going to have to come off for a HIA here. You are a winger. You are not a centre. I don't get it. That's a good point, Joe. Very good point. So Suwali goes off for a HIA, and this is a shambles at the moment. Daniel Tupou gets a bite to the 10. Like, can they come back and win? Can they turn it around? Yeah, but they need something pretty big to change. That's a nice run there from Brandon Smith. Can he play 80 minutes, though? They've got Jake Turpin on the bench, though, which is at least a nice little addition. I think he will do better at the Roosters this year than people give him credit for, because he was bad at the Broncos. Blake says, Roosters don't know the difference between centres and wingers, apparently. It's just weird. Jackson Paulo and Corey Allen on one side is crazy. 6 again for the Roosters. Let's see if they can do something. Every time they've been on the attack, they've had a chance and then just coughed it up. So let's see if they can do something this time. Butcher here. I think it's Nat Butcher. He gets his ball to the 30. Left-hand side here for James Tedesco. Nice little run there from James. Nice little run. All right. Right-hand side, Brandon Smith off to Radley. Radley here. Oh, that's a nice pass. 3 metres out, 4 tackle. I like him, Manly's defense. Yes and no, Smitty. 2 tries should have been. Roosters should have scored both those tries. It wasn't the Manly defense. It was the Roosters selling. But, like, right now, they're looking all right in this set. Absolutely. Left-hand side, Radley. That's forward for sure. Like, yeah, like, Manly's been okay, but in the same sense, like, it wasn't Manly's defense to stop those 2 tries. Daniel Tupou was lazy. Daniel Tupou scores that every day of the week if this is a regular season game because he cares. He don't care in this game, and that was very obvious and very noticeable by that, and that's what annoys people. That's what annoys fans. Like, you're going out there and earning a wage. I don't give a shit this is a preseason game. You know, go out there and try your best, because there's no way you can tell me Daniel Tupou tried his best on that try. He absolutely scores that 10 times out of 10 in the regular season. It wasn't Manly's defense. That should have been a try. The other one, Jackson Paulo, firstly, I don't think he's a first-grade footballer, but the ball sat perfectly in his hands, and he just dropped it cold 5 minutes out. It should be, realistically, at least 10-10, sorry. It should be 10-10. But the Roosters obviously couldn't give a shit in this game. It's evident. It's evident. Look at that. Like, look at them falling off the tackle. That's what annoys people. Because these guys are not going out here with the intentions to actually give a shit in a trial game. This is why I tell you guys, don't bet on trial games. Don't bet on it, because you can see these guys don't give a shit. T-Rex says Brand Smith can play full 80. No, he can't. 55-minute mark in the New Zealand games, he got absolutely exhausted. That's a big reason why New Zealand got pumped by Australia. Beaten by Australia. He gets exhausted. He's not an 80-minute hooker. I'm sorry, it's harsh, but it's the truth. That's why the Storm sold him. That's why the Storm got rid of him. I don't even think he's a hooker. I think he's a lock. Brandon can't play the full 80, Bond says. Yeah, I agree. Desmond says Smith is a lock, not a hooker. I agree. If anything, bet on the outside teams and trials, but 100% silly to bet on trials. Yeah. Well, the Eels killed the Knights, though. The Eels, they did away with the Knights. So, 20 minutes to go here. The first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Radley back on the inside. Tedesco, that's a great tackle. I tell you what, Tuolangi had... that was Olakawatu. That was fantastic. 6 again here for the Roosters. Deary me. So, right-hand side here, first tackle. And the Chooks will get this ball 23 metres out here from the line. Can they score this time? Tomorrow's a big day, guys. We're streaming all 3 games. The Dragons, Rabbitohs, all rattling nearly breaks through. Tammy's out, third tackle. Dragons, Rabbitohs in the Charity Shield. You got the Panthers versus the St. Helens in the World Club Challenge, and then Broncos, Cowboys, Queensland Derby. All 3 of those games tomorrow. And then 4 games, I think, on Sunday. Oh, over the top. Oh, I think he's been tackled without the ball. It's going to be a penalty here. Yeah. Is that a sin bin? I don't think so. No, it's not worthy of a sin bin, but it's definitely a penalty there against Tuipulotu. No, Joey Marnie's also not playing. Sammy Sue says, a trial's a trial. Anyways, for tries, they're not surprised it's not taken seriously. No, it's definitely surprising. No, that's not right, Sammy Sousa. That's not right. That's not right. You take it seriously. Every single one of these players should be taking it seriously. That's an incorrect comment. If a player doesn't take it seriously, as a coach, I take him out. I take him out. That's a penalty there, and that could... Yeah, there'll be one penalty away. Everyone's saying, no, that's a dreadful comment, Sammy. That's a dreadful comment. To assume that players shouldn't give a shit in a trial match is outrageous. They're literally there to warm themselves up for the season. You're getting paid to play this game just as much. You are getting paid to play this game. So, Roosters hit with the ball. 3 metres out even the line. 3 metres out from the line. Brandon Smith 6 again. Now Victor Radley with 3 metres out again. At the back here, it's Drew Hutchison and Butcher will get taken down about 5 metres out now. And the point, Sammy, I don't think you're in the room. The point is they're not taking it seriously at all. Eliza says feels like the season's already started. It kind of does, but in the same sense, it doesn't. So Brandon Smith out to Radley. Radley out the back here again. That's a great pass there, and that's not a good pass. Jeez, they're bad, eh? Soundbite says, Sammy, there's a few premiership winners in that team right now. What's that got to do with it, though? Radley out the back. Yeah, look at that. Like, Tedesco just flicked it over the top. Like, that was never going to work. I agree, Eliza. I think this year is going to be huge. I think there's a lot of really close teams, but the Roosters really need to... turn it up a bit more than this. 9 from 14 completions. Like, that completion rate is dreadful. 64% completion rate for the Roosters, 82% for the Manly. City coming 7th. Not if they play like this, they're not. So second tackle now for Manly. But they are missing a few players, the Roosters too. You've got to remember that. But with the players, they should be finishing higher than 7th. 7th is a failure of a year for the Roosters. They should be expecting higher than that. They should be expecting top 4. That's too low. So 4 tackle leave for Manly. Like my thought process of the Roosters won't change a great deal after this game. The vicinity will still be there, but there's no way I'll put the Roosters below 5th. No way. So Manly here, right-hand side at the halfway point. Oh, look at that laziness. Look at that. That's just lazy. Lazy defense from the Roosters. Bro, this is pathetic. If I paid for a ticket and I was a fan of the Roosters right now, I'd walk out. I'd want to walk out. I wouldn't walk out because I know what I do with the Titans and I have to put up with worse than this. But Manly, good try. But that should have been stopped at the halfway point. Look at this. Right-hand side, they give it off to Kipper Johns. Basic. Tolta Kuala there. Look at Hutchison. Look at Hutchison jogging. Look at Hutchison jogging to the play. Like, look at it. This is what... It's outrageous. Look at him jogging. It's lazy. This Roosters team, Jackson Paulo, Drew Hutchison, both to blame there. Lazy. Manly end up scoring a great try there through Tolta Kuala, who breaks through. But that's lazy. It's lazy play from the Roosters. Again, none of them want to be here. None of these guys want to be here right now. It is what it is. Marco Kelly says bet Roosters minus 14. Was that their handicap? Minus 14. Jeez. Checker Hart says, even if it's a trial... Wait, you bet them Roosters minus 14. Well, you've lost your money, bro. Checker Hart says, even if it's a trial match, you've got people on training trial contracts who are looking to make the final squad. Absolutely. That's a brisk jog. Bro. Loz says, Dolphins' first game was good from what I saw. It makes it interesting and exciting. Yeah, but the Cowboys had not a single player in their team. Like, not a single one of those players. I don't even think James Tarmo makes their starting squad. And if he does, he'll be, like, edge of the bench. I don't necessarily think he's there for that reason. Did you actually bet on Roosters minus 14, Marco Kelly? Did you? Like, look at that. 2 players out there too. But look at Drew Hutchison jogging. And then he sprints afterwards. That is on Drew Hutchison. This try is on Drew Hutchison. And this try is on Drew Hutchison. So 14 minutes to go here the first half. Muppets gamble, Dumbasses gamble on the bloody preseason. Nature had 13 plus. He had Roosters 13 plus. I think a lot of people probably... Oh, wow. That's a mistake there from Manly. Yeah, that's a trial mistake, that one. James says, I put $200 on Roosters minus 12 as well. Well, you guys are going to have to beg for an absolute miracle here for them to win 13 plus. But, yeah. You probably should have looked at that. Roosters plus 12. I don't know. All right. So they're going to get this ball to the 35. Drew need to pull his head in. Especially Drew. Like, mate, if you want to get that 6 roll, you're going to have to really play well. Like, boy, oh boy. So right-hand side now, Victor Radley. Radley gives it off, and the Roosters will be 24 metres out now from the line. Can they score this time? Gee whiz. They've had a bit of the ball in this area too. James Tedesco taking down to 10. You can tell the people who care. And James Tedesco gave a shit with that run. Hutchison gives it off to Radley. Radley out the back now. They kick it through. It's a too heavy kick. Too heavy of a kick there. Too heavy of a kick. It is a 7-tackle set for Manly. And I will say this as well. I'm not trying to discredit Manly at all here. At all. I'm just saying Roosters have been lazy. I'm not discrediting Manly at all. They have been good for what they've been given. 200 could get you 10 minutes, but you decide to waste it on trial games. 200 could get you 10 minutes. Gee whiz. All right. Oh, that's great play. That's Cameron Smith, Billy Slater, Cooper Cronk. Can't play that. All right, third tackle now for Manly. They're 35 metres out here. Left-hand side, Josh Schuster. There is no one back. It wasn't back. The ball will be kicked brilliantly, actually, and Tedesco will be having to give it a dropout. So that'll be a dropout for the Roosters. No, there's nothing purpose about how bad they're playing right now, Kabish. They are just playing poorly. But that's a great kick from Josh Schuster as well. I think that was going to stay inside as well, so it was a good play by Tedesco to take it out. $200, 10 minutes. Where at Sefton Playhouse? God, I don't know. I don't know how much it would cost because I'm not in that scene, obviously. But I would. Is that not high or low? I don't know what that is. That like low, or is that high? No, I think like high end is like in the thousands, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, great vision by Schuster. Yeah, Shakavas. Where are they playing? They're at Gosford. It was a doubleheader today, Gosford, and there's a doubleheader on. Yeah, it's a knock on from Jason Saab. Not Jason Saab. With the Manly player who looks like Jason Saab. He wants to challenge it. No, they're not going to challenge us. Let's have a look. No, he's just lost that ball. That's shit house. Well, there you go, Nath. There you go. $200. I know you're talking about $200. Behind the local chibi. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. Daniel Tupou there. Wow, he actually gave a shit to actually give a run this time, eh, Daniel? But yeah, there's a doubleheader here, and then on Sunday there's a doubleheader at Belmore between the Dogs and Sharks, and I think Tigers Raiders. I think Storm Warriors play on Sunday early, and then then the Titans play the Dolphins Sunday night in Redcliffe. Tomorrow is Dragons Rabbitohs, Panthers versus St. Helens, and Broncos Cowboys. That's a good line there. That was a nice line there by Butcher. Egan Butcher there. But left-hand side, they're going quickly down this short side. Tedesco tried to step in. Fit tackle. 15 out. I think Tedesco's the only one who's really kind of put in a shift. Hasn't been spectacular, but he's put in a shift at very least. That's an offside. Knock on against who? Knock on Manly. Knock on Manly. Or a Bucks up players. Well, Bucks is just like it's Australian slang. $200, $200. Because you do realize Americans say dollars too, right, Eliza? It's American dollars as well. Give me $1. No, yeah, we call it bucks as it's like slang. Tyson Button says, Baller brother, is Schuster playing 6 or second row tonight? He's playing 6. He'll be the 6 all the year. As long as he plays well there. That's why Kieran Foran left. Because they were trying to move. Schuster was pushing himself to be there. Otherwise, he'd go elsewhere. So, Roosters now, left-hand side. Manly doing a lot of defending tonight. And, they have improved. They have been fine. And that's a knock on. They have been good. They have been good. But the Roosters just shocking, bro. It's honestly ticking me off watching them. God help you. God help you. As if they started the Super League season while St. Helens are in Australia. Yeah, I find that really odd. Because the Super League season started this morning, didn't it? I find that really odd. Like, St. Helens are literally in Australia playing right now. And they've decided to play the Super League. Maybe that's their bye. Maybe the first round is a bye for them or something. I don't know. So, HIA for Suoli'i will be failed. He won't be able to come back tonight. And another penalty against the Roosters. Oh, and the nose is bleeding heavily again. I don't want to watch. 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 My God. God help me. Holy damn. That's definitely a high tackle, but geez, his nose is bleeding heavily, son. Bleeding heavily, son. My God. Somebody said Schuster at 6 pretty much says it all about Samoan halves depth looking very good. Thank you very much to Michael Hull for subscribing. Appreciate it, bro. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, smack the thumbs up button. Arnigal says Saturday tomorrow, Rugby NRL, yes. It is Saturday tomorrow, you are right. You are right. Oh, jeez. He's a bleeder. That was very Australian commentary, that. Deary me. All right, so Manly now get taken down 45 out. Shakapaz has 10 in the bin for that high tackle. Was it just penalty only? Nah, it's not a 10 in the bin. That it was a penalty. It wasn't that bad for that. Oh, that's an obstruction. Oh, that was an obstruction. Yeah, I was going to say, come on, referee. So it's a penalty Roosters here. Friday today, Rugby NRL. Yes, you're right, Jay. You are right. You know what you're right about? Jay, you know what? You know what you're right about as well? I'm going to drink a bottle of water. You didn't say anything about it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Can't stop me, mate. You cannot stop me. Is Ants commentating who has said something about Claret? I don't think I've heard him yet. He might be, though. I don't usually pay a great deal of attention to who's commentating. I just listen in and out. Roosters! Oh, my God. Oh, how's he not scored that? Nah, he's been held up. How did he not score that? At least he gave a shit to try and put that ball down, though. But then again, that's a youngster who's obviously trying to fight for his position. Daniel Tupou, on the other hand, knows that he's going to get the position, so he doesn't care. All right, second tackle here. 10 metres out, right-hand side, Hutchison to Nafahu White. And that was a waste. I think tomorrow will be a good day, but I think there'll be some good games tomorrow. Oh, jeez, close to 4 that. 4 tackle, 5 minutes out. They go quick, but they go back to the left-hand side. It's 6 again here, and it's Jake Turpin has come on here. So obviously, Brandon Smith's not a 80-minute. Oh, God, that's a try. Is this... I don't think this will be classed as a... This might be a try here. Yeah, but I think the Manly player is pulling him there. I think that he's in the process, though. Like, is he on the pro... I think he bounces into the in-goal area here. I think this is a try. Like, he's gone down, but he's bouncing and he's rolling over by the Manly player. He's still moving. I think he's allowed to do that. I think that's a try. Yeah, that's a momentum, I'd say, Blake. Yeah, I'd agree. It's definitely momentum here because the 24 for Manly is pulling him as he's going. I think, because see, you can see the 24 is still rolling him, right? So that means that the momentum is there because he's still rolling him. No, that's a wrong call. Nah, it's the wrong call, lads. That's the wrong call again from the bunker. Like, it's the wrong. I'm not upset at it. I don't think I'm angry about it, but it's also incorrect. Like, the momentum has clearly put him in there, so it's gonna be a no try. If the ball carrying arm stays above the ground, it's momentum. No, that's not what we're looking at there. No. It's not. No. No, what you're saying is that the ball carrying arm has to stay above the ground. That's not actually necessarily true. If the momentum pulls you into the try line, then that's momentum, regardless. If the Manly player is pulling you inside, that's what I believe just happened then. And the Manly player did pull him in. The commentary is agreeing as well and saying the same thing. But again, I'm not upset by it. But in the same sense, what your comment just said there was incorrect. So it's fine. That one there was a 50-50. That's why I'm saying I'm not upset about it. But that one there was 50-50. His ball carrying arm did touch the ground. I understand that. But if the momentum of the tackle from Manly is taking you inside the play, as long as you don't continue to promote it, you are entitled to score that try. That's why that was very 50-50. So it's not that you're wrong. It's just that comment that you said was wrong because you're basically assuming that you're not allowed to touch at any stage your ball carrying arm on the ground and then be rolled in. If you get rolled in, it's a try. If it's you who promotes it, then it's not a try. So basically, if it's Manly who pulls him in, it's a try. Oh my God, Roosters, they're not even talking to each other. But at least Corey Allen grabbed the ball. Matacrat says they make 9,000 decisions a game, got to cut them some slack. Incorrect, Matacrats. The referees on the field is okay. The referees on the field, I get it. That's a knock on from the Roosters. The referees on the field is going to be a very difficult job. But when it comes to the bunker, there is no excuse for them ever to get anything wrong. No excuse. No excuse. That one's different, though, like I said. Like, that one's 50-50. But in regards to the general consensus of bunker decisions, you should never, ever get something wrong in the bunker. And when the commentary says the same thing, everyone here is saying the same thing, everyone the same's got the same idea, but the bunker goes the opposite direction, that's the issue that you find. But the on-field referee, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult job. Newtown Jet says, remember that time Corey Allen played for Queensland in one state of origin? I do, yeah. Joshua Stockley says, never watched NRL or heard of these teams. Now a team played St. Helens. Yeah, well, they're playing tomorrow against the Panthers, but that's Super League, and they're playing an NRL team. So Manly with the ball here, 5 metres out of the line. They're probably going to score right now. Roosters have been just woeful today. Woeful. Yeah, Olaquatu's still there. So I think they'll probably take him off at half-time. Roosters have already made a couple of substitutions. Right-hand side of Manly, Schuster. Taken down 5 metres out. Third tackle here. Manly top outside this year. I still disagree. I do disagree. Roosters are still missing Joe Manu, both their halves, forwards. I think this relax. So Manly with the ball here. Fourth tackle. This should be a try here. Ruben Garrett. Oh, that's a high tackle. That's a high tackle. That should actually be a penalty try. I actually say that's a penalty try. That should be a high tackle penalty try for Manly. That should be an 8-point try, this. I don't know if they're going to call it. I think there's plenty of teams here, Sean. But that's going to be... Let's have a look at this one again here. They're not going to call it a penalty try. It's definitely a try. I think this should be a penalty try because it's a high tackle in the process of scoring the try. And... it's pretty high. It's a pretty high tackle. Roxanne says, as a Manly supporter, if this was an actual NRL game, we'd be down 16-0, let's be honest. So I'll disagree with you, Roxanne. I don't think you would be. I think that should be a penalty try for me. But I don't think you would be. I think that if the Roosters had their full team out there and the Manly had their full team out there, it'd be very close. Very, very close. I just think the Roosters are always a horrible preseason team. They really are. because their players don't give a shit about the preseason. Because the Roosters should have been leading 12-4 here in this game, but because Jackson Paulo's one wasn't because he didn't give a shit. It's because he's not that great. Daniel Tupou pissed me off with that play, eh? Bruce Brothers says up the Chooks. Yeah, bro, down 20-0, not looking great. He still got his head, so it's fine. Josh Stockton says, is the team St. Helens played last week better than tomorrow? No, bro. The team they played last week is the team we predicted for last. It was actually a disappointing performance there by St. Helens because we predict Dragons for last this year as a consensus. They played the champions for the last 2 years. Oh, that's a bad miss kick there from Rumi Garrett. But it's from the sideline. You can't hound him. So 20-0 here to Manly. 20-0 to Manly. Josh Stockton says, who won the last T20 World Cup? Bro, I think you're in the wrong place, bro. No one here gives a shit about cricket. Like, I like cricket. I do. I like cricket, but not when rugby league's on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you very much to Roxanne for joining the BKRmy. I appreciate that, Roxanne. Appreciate you for joining in. Bing bong. Get around it. But, yeah, insulting people about T20 World Cups and shit, bro, on this stream. Josh, is no one's going to care. But the Roosters will kick it off here. And Manly will get the ball here at the 15. Someone said cricket in England. Oh, whatever. And that's another penalty here to Manly. 9 seconds to go here. Nothing more should really happen in this half, though. Manly, one more try for a bonus. Oh, they'll get another try, bro. Second half still to come. Exactly right, Bronson Razor. You're absolutely spot on. Saints are playing a team that would beat the Dragons by 76. Well, there you go. So, half-time here, guys. And Manly. Oh, they're looking good. Looking good. Even the Roosters are looking really, really poor. But 20-0 Manly at half-time, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. I appreciate you for tuning in as per usual. We've got a big day tomorrow. And we've got a half to go here tonight. And if you're not following me on TikTok, you probably do that as well. Because I do a post-match review now. After every game. We'll go for about a minute. Desmond says, that's right. Desmond says, only talk about real cricket here, so test cricket. No, we don't want to talk about test cricket right now, Daz. We don't want to talk about test cricket right now. I love listening to Jake Trbojevic, eh? Like, he's just such a nice bloke. 76, that's a half-time score, yeah. Shakapar says, so was it a swinging arm high tag on that last try for Manly? Yeah, it was. James Tedesco clocked him across the chin there, and they still proceeded to score the try. So I would have argued that could have been a penalty try because he still scored the try, and it's a penalty in the motion of scoring the try. I think that should be an 8-pointer. Roxanne says, the team I think is waking up slowly and will surprise in a few games is the Bulldogs. I think the Bulldogs are still going to take a year. I think 2024. Sorry, a network error has occurred. Why is there a network error? What's going on here? True. KO has just randomly said there was a network error, which is strange. It's working now. That was weird. But no, I think the Bulldogs will take a little bit. Like, I know Dad's mate and Melm are going to circle jerk him for the next 3 years. But the Dogs don't have a halfback. They've got Kyle Flanagan. You know, the Dogs don't have a fullback. They've got Hayes Perham or Jake Averillo, who might be okay. Hayes Perham, but Jake Averillo's not the guy. Matt Burton's great. Reed Martin's great. They've got an okay back line. Like, Adokar great. The centers are very unproven. Very, very unproven. And the other winger is hopefully Jaden Alkenball for Tasmate's sake. But, like, there's still a lot of issues with that Dogs team. Still a lot of issues. But they're decent. They're definitely decent. Austin Green Silly says, I just joined. What do you mean 6 weeks for T? Nah, he's talking shit. Don't worry about it. Newtown Jet says, everyone is forgetting that the Roosters were absolutely average last year. Yeah, and their team list isn't actually... It doesn't look that fantastic. It really doesn't. It says we're getting... Like, it's... Again, Joey Manu is out here. He brings a lot to this team. Again, Suoli'i, for me, is not a centre. They should not have him in the centres. Again, they've got no halves here. Sam Walker and Luke Keary are both out. And... Again, they're going to miss Sam Verrills this year because Brand Smith's not named him in a hooker, and I don't think Brand Smith's a hooker. I think he's a 13. Roxanne said, watch your podcast on the ranking of teams and love your judgment. Are you talking about ranking of players? I haven't done my teams just yet. I haven't done my teams for this year. I haven't done my preseason predictions. That will come out not this Monday, but next Monday.
But we've done front row forwards, 5/8s, front row forwards, 5/8s, locks, centres, fullbacks, and coaches so far. We've still got wingers, hookers, back rowers, and halfbacks to go. Halfbacks coming out on Monday. Any chance you come from the Titans to the Eagles? My dad's a Manly fan, Roxanne. My dad is a Manly fan. So I don't actually mind Manly. I don't really hate any team, really. I don't hate the Broncos. I hate their fans. I don't hate the Eels. I think their fans are muppets. But no, I don't really have... I obviously dislike... Until Cherry Evans leaves, I barely could go for Manly because of what happened, obviously. But overall, I don't really care too much against hating on Manly. Manly's hatred days were really from the old school. I don't think many people actually hate Manly like the people did beforehand, because obviously the Silvertails issue was, ages ago, 50-odd years ago, right? So I don't think a lot of the younger generation hate Manly as much as they have been in the past. Kiri's really bad now. He hasn't been decent in years. Let's not say really bad. Like, he's still good. He's still quality. But he's not what he used to be, for sure. Because he came back from that ACL. Mike says he must have gotten fresh recording equipment this year. Looks way cleaner. So I had this laptop, bro, and this laptop last week on Sunday. Well, last week in general. Started overheating quite a lot. It couldn't deal with all the processing power. I got a new iMac now, so that's why it's a lot cleaner quality. Roxanne says, what do you think of Foreign at the Titans? I'm really excited for it. Really, really excited for Foreign at the Titans. I think we sign players of need this year rather than players of want, which has been a problem of ours for years. Kim Foreign comes into the 6, solidifies that. He looks nice there with Tanner Boyd. I nearly said Tanner Foreign. He looks nice there with Tanner. They're getting along really well. They're joined at the hip. Sammy Verrills comes in as well. I think we're in for a good year. Yeah, I do. I believe it. Zampa says, Newtown Jets when Jets enter the NRL. Please, God, no. Like, no offense to Newtown, but, I don't want on a Sydney team. You hate the Cow Riders. I don't hate the Cowboys at all. I actually don't hate the Cowboys at all. There's no rivalry between the Titans and Cowboys. There's other people out there who try. They're so desperate to try and create a rivalry there. But there is no rivalry with Titans and Cowboys. There is going to be a rivalry with Titans and Dolphins, and there is absolutely a rivalry with those pieces of shit up the road. But, there will be a rivalry with the Dolphins. There's a rivalry with the piece of shit up the road. There's no real rivalry with the Cowboys. We've never really had any problems with them. Someone says it's actually 1440p right now. Blaze looks crisp. It's because it's on an iMac, mate. I'm flying, mate. I'm flying. Roxanne says, I think he needed to change to challenge himself again. Well, the only reason he kind of left Manly was because Josh Schuster was pushing himself into being that 6th role. It's a ballsy call by Manly. It is. It is a ballsy call. But at the same time, Schuster's played well here today in the first half. Newtown's BK, what made you support the Titans? There's a video about it, but I live on the Gold Coast. I'm from the Gold Coast. Rock Gafford says Newtown's a sick area, nearly as fun as Canberra. Mate, Canberra has one thing going for it, and it's Questacon, and that's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's got one thing going for it. Sorry, it's got 2 things going for it. Questacon and Clarkey lives there. They're the only 2 things going for it. Malcolm says Roosters setting everyone up for what's expected this season. What? I don't even know what that comment means. I don't even know what that comment means. There's no problem with Newtown at all. I think that Newtown, contracted to the Sharkies as the New South Wales Cup feeder team. One of them, anyway. And you guys know how much I dislike the North Sydney Bears. That's a team. I hate that club. I do. I hate that club. I don't dislike the fans. I have no interest. I have no care about the fans. I hate that club. Broncos, I don't hate the club. I hate the fans. Isn't that like a Warriors fan? Yes, Lubber. He's a Warriors fan. That's why I'm confused by his comment. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And for people who are going to be like, why do you hate the Bears? It's because of their endless jabbing at the Titans as a club that has been removed for a reason. And they try to attach themselves to every single struggling club. And anyone with a brain can see that the only reason they want to go into a 50-50 partnership is because they know that club will eventually not have the audience base. They have the audience base. Then they'll say, screw you to that club, get them out of the system, and then they'll just take all the games from North Sydney Bears, and that club will cease to exist. It will happen. Guarantee it. Dazmate says North Sydney are sneaky bastards. They're dogs, bro. Roxanne says, I think Newtown and Bears should be back in the league. The league isn't the same, but the Storm. No, I want Perth. I think it should be a national team. I think it should be a national league. Jay says it will rant. I'm not going to rant, but they're a piece of shit, North Sydney Bears. Newtown Jets and Storm have no fans in Melbourne anyways. They won't when they suck. Yes. But in a preliminary final, and let's assume that the Storm play in a preliminary final. Storm versus Manly. A great team, great rivalry. They hate each other. Preliminary final knockout. I guarantee you that 3/4 of the stadium is filled if there is a Collingwood versus Essendon game across the road. Collingwood, Essendon, or Hawthorn, or maybe not Hawthorn. Collingwood, Essendon, Carlton, and Collingwood, Essendon, Carlton. Not Hawthorn. Collingwood, Essendon, and Carlton. I think are the three big teams there. I can't think of other AFL teams right now. But those are three teams that would take a large audience away from them. Storm had a lot of fans in Penrith, but they came running back to Panthers. Hey, I know one from Nunda in Brisbane. Yeah. Yeah. I know one from Nunda in Brisbane, mate. She was on the vlog last year. Panthers versus Storm at Magic Round. Muppet, man. Absolutely shack of hearts. David Feeder was set for a big year. If you got a super coach, get him in super coach. It's a requirement, I would say. Yeah, he's in for a huge year, man. Riley Cafford says Storm had a lot of fans. That's right, read that comment. Newtown, a new chat clogger. Elias says, what about a cross-border South Australia Northern Territory team? No. Adelaide are relatively pushing for the Rams to return. Northern Territory is an open market that I feel like the NRL and AFL have been trying to look at for years, because you see the AFL take a lot of Sunnies games there and also just a few games there. Mainly Suns, actually. And then you've got the NRL who likes to take Eels, Cowboys and whatnot there. Both codes have been dabbling in the Northern Territory market, but I don't think there's enough of an audience there. I don't think there's financial belief in the system in Northern Territory, so I wouldn't say they're a possibility. But still take games to them to have an audience base in Northern Territory. But Perth's a big one, Papua New Guinea is another one, and Pacifica is another one, as in Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, but hosted in Fiji at Suva, who have an actual legitimate sized stadium. Roxanne says, the only reason the Storm are in the comp is because an idiot at the NRL thought League could compete with AFL. My opinion on it, guys, give them a few comps, we may compete with the AFL. Yeah, you're not wrong. But in the same sense, I don't dislike the Storm being the competition. I don't hate success. I respect success. It annoys me that my club isn't, as successful as theirs, but I guess that builds that. A Storm fan will never understand how we feel, right? And never understand. When we win a comp, a Storm fan will never comprehend it. I don't think any other club really understands it. But specifically with the teams like the Storm, maybe the Rabbitohs are different because they went 46-odd years without winning a comp. Sharks went 50-odd years without winning a comp. Roosters, they wouldn't understand it. Manly wouldn't understand it. All these really successful teams. I prefer, as long as we do win the comp one day, I prefer supporting this team, knowing that one day, that moment that it happens, oh my God, it will override every single one of their premierships in regards to feelings. Dan 20-0, Coke Melons Rules says, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, you don't get the Storm out now. No, the Storm can't. The Storm will never leave. They still bring in a lot of money. They do. They still bring in a lot of money. In Northern Territory, the number one sport is not dying. There is actually no number one sport there, Riley. But if you actually look at stats, it is actually probably 60-40 or 55-45 in favour of the NRL. People try to claim AFL. I don't know if you're saying AFL NRL. But the actual stats prove that the NRL is actually more popular in Northern Territory than AFL. People don't know that. Joshua says, try to get an NRL team. Any suggestions? Don't have a clue. Well, you're going to be up at this time because I know you're in England, so it'll be early for you. But we can't tell you who to support, man. Just watch the games, watch the streams, and you'll find a team. Malcolm says, we understand it from a 70 point of view. You do. Yeah, Warriors do know all about the Storm. They definitely do know all about the Storm there with that 70-point game last year. Roxanne says, what would be healthy for the comp is Titans, Dolphins, and Warriors win a comp. It would be massive rugby league, a huge boost. You have no idea how crazy this channel would get if the Titans have a good year. People need to remember that although we've only taken this channel seriously for about 3-4 years now, I've been doing this for 8 years. We've not had a single real positive year throughout that. Not a single real positive year throughout the entire time I've done this channel. This channel would go nuts if the Titans had a big year. And I don't know. I don't know how I would cope. I don't know how I would cope. Right, Kevin says, hey, that was a good one, Malcolm. Oh, what's he said? Oh, no. Now I know what he said. All right, Manly coming out here for the second half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Get around it. Pew's Throwaway says, haven't been keeping up with Titans listing as much as I would like, but do you reckon Khan Pereira is getting consistent game time this year? I do. Yeah, I think he obviously gets game 1 and game 2. BK coming back in the team might push Philip Sammy to the wing and BK into the centres, but I think Alofiana Khan-Pereira will show that he does enough in those first 2 games. He was the top scorer in Burleigh last year, scored 2 tries in the weekend against the Broncos. I think that Loffy, absolutely. Yeah, I think that if anything, Sammy unfortunately gets pushed and BK goes in the centres, but there is absolutely the opportunity that BK goes in the centres and then Sammy goes to the wings. So, be interesting to see how it goes. Ratu Uruwala passes up the Gold Coast Titans. Let's go up the boys. Exactly right. Boom, 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 boom. Exactly right, Ratu. Our game's on Sunday against the Dolphins. Let's get it. Yes, unfortunately, Roxanne Daz is a Doggies fan. The more you're on the channel, the more you'll recognise that guy's a clown. He's a muppet, that bloke. He's a good muppet, but he's a muppet, that bloke. That 70 pains me to this day. Sunday is redemption time. Oh, yeah, the preseason week 2 is redemption time for a 70-point flogging. Well, a 60-point flogging, but 70 points they scored. Mark says, Josh, we'll go for Brisbane in your team. Why we want to do that? They won the Spoon 3 years ago. Big yikes. Big yikes. Joshua, if you want to join a bunch of scumbag fans, yeah, go for the Broncos. They've got a good history. Scumbag fans, but... So first tackle now for Manly, 20 minutes out for their own line. Just go and watch my Titans Broncos vlog from last year. I'm in Ireland, but just follow Adam Reynolds. I'm so sorry, Marco Kelly. I'm so sorry. So Manly now, left-hand side, Jake Trbojevic, third tackle, gets the ball to the 35. Yeah, exactly right, Daz, mate. Yep. The rules for being a Broncos fan, you do have to get a shit arm tattoo. You do. You do have to get a shit arm tattoo and try to start fights with people who are literally just sitting down. What a muppet. When Broncos play, this stream gets full of... Oh, man. Last week was full on, eh? People don't get it. People think it's easy. Sometimes you do... Like, I saw some bloke commenting saying, oh, you got to stop pretending like you don't care. I cared last week. Most of the time, I don't care. 99% of the time, I don't care about the bullshit. When Titans play Broncos or Titans play in general, I definitely do care. I've never, ever hit that. So, second tackle here for the Roosters. They're 35 metres out even the line. Is there any Englishmen in the NRL? Those are the teams I'd be interested in. Raiders have a few. John Bateman plays for the Tigers. But the Raiders have always loved a good old buddy fashion Englishman. But the Raiders have also gone 28 years without winning a comp, so there might be a reason for that. Roosters here. Fit tackle at the ball to 30. Bob Williams, I think Brisbane finished last. I love that, Bobby. Bobby, you know how to talk dirty to me, mate. Supper goes there for the Roosters. I think that's actually accidental offside from Manly. Oh, there should have been an offside there. Should have been offside there against Manly. I can't wait to see Titans vs Broncos in the channel. Abuse galore. So we don't stream Titans games, Roxanne, in the regular season. I'll be vlogging every game. So if you've seen the vlog, then you'll understand. But I'll be at every game this year, all 25, 24, whatever it is, home or away. But the streams, I stream every other game that I'm not at. Because, yeah, it gets too full on. Like, you can't even go back and look at the live chat from last week because people just got timed out and hidden. So, Manly now, fit tackle. But you'll see in the vlog too, I get absolute morons at games, at Broncos games. It's the only place. Like, Dogs fans didn't give animosity towards me. Like, they were brutal, but I didn't necessarily get anything... nothing like the Suncorp game. No violent abuse like that Suncorp game. They're so undeserved winners. As people. That's penalty there for the Roosters. Rock says Bulldogs vs Titans, Boss vs Mod. Oh, yeah. Tasman gets dealt with there. Josh, do you know Panthers legend Zach Hardacre? Liza says, what's happening with the women's NRL news? That doesn't start until later in the year. That starts like around NRL finals. There's new teams though this year. There's the Cowboys, the Raiders, the Sharks, and the Tigers, I think. I think there's 4 new teams there. So first tackle over the Roosters. They've definitely started off the second half a little bit better here. Drew Hutchison gives it off here. And Terrell May. He's still going, Terrell May. Jeez, what a run. Taking down 2 minutes out from the line. It's mainly Tino. Tino, no, you don't even know half the shit that Tino copped. That was bullshit. So left-hand side now. Roosters, Drew Hutchison. That was bullshit. when I spoke, that's a knock on from Drew Hudson. He's not great. Tino and I have spoken about it many times. That's bullshit. What he copped. ZDT says support the team with the best looking Englishman, Dom Young. Don't worry about mental health. Well, then maybe you should support the Rabbitohs then, ZDT. Oh, ZDT, you don't want to go at me about the Titans again, do you? Because I've had to slap you about Dom Young there, because he's probably going to the Rabbitohs. Oh, man. He regrets it. Do you know Titans legend Dan Sarginson? That guy was a flop of a bloke. I don't usually insult blokes outside of footy, but like he was a flop. So first take a live at Manly. Great run there. Jeez. Tigers men versus Dragons men. The women NRL teams hit and play harder than them. I still play park footy in the local women's comp. Love it. I think that the women's competition does get sledged unnecessarily because it's the women's comp. That's a good offload. That was nice play from Manly. Kyle Weeks got tripped up late. And they're probably still going to score a try here. Manly will score a try. It's going to be 24-0. It's about to be 26-0 here with or 24-0 with a kick to come. People unnecessarily hate the women's comp because it's not as quality, but it's still fun to watch. Absolutely is. But people over shit talk the lack of quality. They over shit talk it because it is still fun to watch. Cabbage Gang, Pete and Jesus, who were the try scorers, bro? God help me to know the try scorers here. I know Kamatualangi scored once. Let's go have a look. Kamatualangi scored once. Let's go have a look. $250 here. Kamatualangi, Ruben Garrick. Ruben Garrick's got a hat-trick, actually. Ruben Garrick has got a hat-trick. So, Totota Quarter, Ruben Garrick 3 times, and Kamatualangi. Something else. Suncorp's great. But not if you're a Titans fan or a Blues fan. Cowboys and Broncos is built on respect. It just is. I mean, the Knights have a great winning culture. Sure they do, bud. Sure they do. Women's wise, if you're talking about women's, but the men's, and Ruben Garrick will convert it. Rest in peace, the betters who had Roosters 13 plus, eh? Rest in peace. That's a really strange comment, Newtown Jets. Really, really strange comment. Joe says, no, way Eagles winning. Way. But again, Roosters, no Joey Manu, no halves. Losing Angus Crichton this year is huge. So, how you going, bro? Would you put the line through Roosters season after performance like this? Pre-season, bro. I'm not putting a line through nobody. But no, there's many players out still. No, I didn't read it wrong, ZDT, but I did what I could with it. Roxanne says the women's comp cops a lot of flack because it's played over 8 weeks. We need all our teams in with a round-of-round match with the men's comp. That's with a lack of respect, and that's fair. I also just think it's blatant sexism at points, really. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's just blatant sexism at points. Oh, Manly. They're going to score. They might score 50 here. They may score 50 here. Total Takwala. Oh, he's throwing it to the Roosters. Oh, boy. Right, the Auto Power says who will be the halves partners this year for the Titans. Tanner Boyd and Kieran Foran. Tanner Boyd and Kieran Foran. A lot of the people that talk shit about the women's comp don't watch it. Yeah, absolutely. Thomas says, do you think Manly come out in the 8 this year? If they play like this, absolutely. Up until this game, Manly might be a big riser from this game for me, though. Like, they're playing like this without, Tom Trbojevic, Daly Cherry Evans, Lachlan Croker, who's a bit iffy. But, like, they've been impressive. Roosters have been very, very bad, though. Very, very bad. Roosters to win 38-26. Good luck, James. Good luck, son. Broncos should take games back to Nissan Arena. They'll never do that. Never. Ace, what's your problem? So second tackle now here for Manly. Suncorp is a sacred ground. Yeah, they'll never take that away from Suncorp. Third tackle here. And like, that's what it is. Like, that's why I do what I do. Like, I'm not saying that... Like, I'm never going to take my family to a Broncos-Titans away game at Suncorp. You could take your family as a Broncos fan to a Titans game at Gold Coast because we're not pieces of shit. But it's footy, it's rugby league. I get it. I get the tribalism. But they're just... I've never seen a more abusive pack of dogs in my life. Matacry says, I don't like most women's sports except MMA, UFC, and rugby league. Yeah, I like rugby league women. I like UFC women. I can't get into... I haven't been able to get into... I can't get into watching women's football. It's not... I thought past the Roosters, surely. They haven't called it. I can't get into women's football, as in soccer, and I can't get into AFLW either. So, fourth tackle leave the Roosters. They're 45 minutes out from Manly line. 30 minutes to go here the game, guys. Hit a thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Roosters still going. Crunch down. And knock on. Jeez, they're bad. Broncos fans were even fighting each other at games last year. Yeah, I know. I know, because the Broncos fans in front of us were defending us from the... Them. No, no one behind us really was having a crack at us, luckily enough. That would have been confronting if there was people behind us. But also look at the situation. Nobody needs injuries before round one. Seeing the Roosters lose is great, but they're playing only because they had to. I'm sure Robbo and players won't care. No, you're right. The players don't care. Because the Roosters should have been up 12-4, but Daniel Tupou, who scores the try that I'm talking about 20 times out of 100, no, 20 times out of 10, he scores that try every week. It was too lazy. It was way too lazy. No, Zampire, I would never go with you to a Titans-Broncos game. I would, no way. You're a Broncos fan, mate. It makes me sick. Why are you even asking me that stupid shit? Broncos fans like class. Absolutely, Riley. Absolutely. There's a difference between talking shit and having banter to being abusive and violent. And that's what it gets at Suncorp when you're a Titans fan. There's a difference. Because, I go to all games. I go to Bulldogs and we have animosity, but it's not that. I'm not feeling threatened because of people. At Melbourne, I'm absolutely not. Sharks, there's a couple of morons, but they're not violent. They're just talking shit. No matter where you go. I haven't been to Penrith yet, granted, Riley, as an away fan, but most places are fine. And Newcastle's fine. You get people walking out saying, oh, the Titans suck. It's like, okay. We flogged you later on in the year, buddy. So, Liza Floor says, Thug Rose, she's a little legend of fighter and still so pretty delicate. I have no idea what that comment's about. Callum Brooks says, you think Manly could get 40 plus this game? I think Manly could hit a 50 bomb, mate. I think Manly could hit a 50 bomb in this game if they keep playing like the way they are. And that's going to be a penalty to the Roosters. Nate says, Roosters fans probably thought they'd win easy tonight, but now their excuse will be it's only a trial game. Absolutely. The handicap was apparently 13 plus. They're going to challenge this. Why would someone ask me to take them to a Broncos game when they're a Broncos fan? First 50 bomb of the year, maybe? Yeah, but it's not the same. It's still only a trial game. But, I think he's tried to pass that. Okay, this is a hard one. They're challenging this here, Manly. He tries to offload. That's a hard one. Maybe inconclusive here. Because you don't know if he... I think this is actually just going to be fine. I think he's just lost this ball as he's... Yeah, I think he's looking to offload it. So yeah, it's going to be a Manly ball. It's a great challenge. It's a great challenge, that. Penrith fans like class but won't hurt you. You'll be safe at a Penrith game. Won't hurt you unprovoked. I was going to say, Penrith are also known for it being loud in that sense. But, most people won't do shit unless you provoke them. But, Suncorp, clowns. Manly with $4 before kickoff. $4. Matacross says, my close family is all Broncos and we love the Queensland team, so I was surprised by the hate for Titans some Broncos fans have. Do you live in Brisbane, Matacross? If you don't live in Brisbane, you probably don't get it. It's like Queensland, New South Wales. If you don't live in Queensland, New South Wales come Origin, you don't get it as much as people do that are there. And the reason being is because there is so much that goes into it. It's political. It's the way you've grown up. There's so many aspects, living conditions. There's so many aspects of Origin that goes into it. Same with Brisbane. Brisbane's a shithole. Brisbane's a big city, but it's a shithole. Gold Coast is a beautiful city. It's where everyone from Brisbane goes every week because they want to go to the beach. You know, you can party if you're a clubber. You can go to the theme parks if you're a family. There is so many fantastic places on the Gold Coast. It's a great place to live. There's always been that resentment from them. And it's an hour away, and there's a big reason as to why, and also you've got to remember that we came into their catchment area and took Keebra, took Marsden, took Palm Beach, Currumbin. If you live in Brisbane, you get it. If you don't live in Brisbane, maybe you don't get it, is what I would say. But the Broncos and Cowboys rivalry has been built on Origin, so they're always respectful to each other because they have always supported each other during Origin. But Titans and Broncos, we were never given that opportunity. Rock says, if you go to a game with South fans, just stay away from the fans with less than 3 front teeth and you'll be fine. I've actually been in the borough before. I don't find Rabbitohs fans as bad as others. Membar says, seriously, Chooks? Yeah, they're looking really poor here, man. That's why we're talking about random shit. When the game is a blowout like this, we talk about random shit. Rugby league centric, but random shit. But yeah, no, Roosters look bad. Yeah, Broncos fans at the Panthers-Broncos game of the danger. I don't think a majority of Broncos fans are wanks. I just think that there are definitely... And there's going to be these guys at every ground for every team. You'll go to the Titans game, there'll still be some morons there. But it's just more prolific, I would say, at Suncorp. Don't diss the area. No, I'm going to diss the area. Nacho says it pretty much in Gold Post states. I understand the area, man. when you travel, man, you understand that it's unfortunately just how it is. But that's going to be a knock on there for Manly. Newtown says, OGs remember when Southport was one of the most dodgiest areas? Southport is still a very dodgy area. If you're talking about Gold Coast, we spoke about this the other day. I can't see Helens winning against Penrith. I don't think anyone can. Membar says, mate, how many minutes remaining not watching though? Still 25 minutes to go here, bro. Still 25 minutes to go. Don't diss Lower Logan. No, I'm going to diss it. People don't recognise, like, those places, it's hard living conditions, but they're hard workers. Oh, not all of them. But, it's just hard living conditions because of certain things that have gone wrong in life, But that doesn't mean that they're bad people. Some people are bad, but also some people have grown up just living a tough life. Not actually settle down. It's just pre-season. Yeah, cry, baby. Ratu Ulolo Kempa says, I grew up in Southport and still like... Oh, you grew up in Southport in Gold Coast? But yeah, it's dodgy at night. It's dodgy at night. It's not a day. I hate Australia Fair, eh? So, second tackle of the Roosters. Bada bing, bada boom. Roxanne, here we go. Here we go, Roosters fans. I love the donation now. Hold on. Here we go, Roosters fans. It'll come. It's coming. Hopefully it comes sometime soon. Hold on. Just waiting. Is it going to come through? It's taking ages to show this donation. Here we go. Da-da-da! Ondale! Ondale. Salary cap sombrero. But Roxanne with the $5 redo donation says, question, do Broncos and Titans fans get along? Absolutely goddamn not. They try so hard to pretend they don't care, but they do. The Bantam Stadium must be huge. Have you ever felt uncomfortable? Roxanne, have you been listening to the conversation for the last 10 minutes? Have you been listening to what we've been saying for the last 15 minutes? It's hard work waiting for Centrelink to go on your account. Okay. So, third tackle now for Manly. They're at the halfway point. Zempai says, last September I went to a mate's gather, Normal Street, Great House. For anyone who's older or international, gather was gathering, like a party at a house. At 11:30, some friends left and called saying there was forensic... This has nothing to do with rugby league. I'm going to stop reading this comment because that was just stupid. Yeah, I'm going to skip your comment again because I don't know what you're going on about. I don't know why you're telling us about your gather that had cops there. Like, okay. Zach Hughes says, those chats about our experiences in dodgy areas in the US were fun as. Yeah, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Skank says, hey, Blaze, you going to do the last 10 overs of Australia vs. India? No, not tonight, bro. I'll do maybe Monday and Tuesday, though, for day 4 and 5. If it's still going. All right, so 4 tackle now for the Roosters. They're 35 minutes out here from the line. 4 tackle. If you're new around here, guys, we will be showing all 3 games tomorrow and all 4 games on Sunday. Born and bred in the old Gold Coast Hospital. Good on you, Ratu. Well, you must love this channel then, being from Fiji and also Gold Coast. Get around here. Oh, that's a knock on from the Roosters. And Morgan Harper will get the ball 5. Jay Robinson says, got you back, BK. Not feeling confident this year, but mate, for sure, but please no spoon. Bro, you're watching this game, you're saying, you're a Manly fan, Jamie. You're up 26-0 22 minutes ago. I know there's a lot of players out with the Roosters, but in the same sense, like, back them in. You know, like, I know I can have my hesitancy about Manly, and I know the chat can have the hesitancy about Manly, but as a Manly fan, back at me, look at me, I'm a Titans fan. I'm saying sick this year. Anyone that says I'm wrong can eat dick. Like, I'm going to back my team in, man. Like, you got to... Like, you're currently watching your team slap a Roosters team. I know this players out, but you're still watching them win 26-0 right now. You back your team in, man. Dad says, what is my ex doing in the chat? What do you mean your ex is in the chat? Oh, what are you talking about? Senpai says, Newtown Jets, that's why it's so funny. It was great. Oh, no. I was in Southport. Oh, now I get it, Senpai. You didn't clarify that, mate. You got to do a bit more clarifying. Yeah, okay. Can I tell you about my gather? I don't want to hear about your gathers in Penrith, mate, because I don't think that's safe for work. And this is technically work. Zembro, oh no, read that. Eliza Ford says, yeah, me too, before they would. Okay, now read the rest of that comment out. 50 in the shade, the light breeze. Yeah, 50's good for a preseason, man. Slapping up the old preseason. Especially for a game like this as well. Going to Belmore Sunday with Dad. Poor bastard will need support when the Sharks put 30 on them. I think Bulldogs will compete. I don't know what their team list looks like, though. But that's a great tackle from Manly. 20 minutes to go here, guys, of the game. But bing, thumbs up, subscribe, get around. But there's a double header on Sunday, actually, yeah. But unfortunately, you had to watch a terrible game first in Tigers Raiders. God help you. I hope they're refunding you the price of the ticket for having to watch Tigers Raiders. I hope they're refunding you the price of the ticket. Like, pay for your ticket to the Sharks Bulldogs game. Have it refunded for the previous game. So, right hand side now. Matty Lodge. And this is... Yeah, Manly's looking good defensively. But Roosters have been poor. Oh! I think that's a knock-on from the Roosters. You should get paid to watch Tigers, not paid to watch. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, the Dogs are pretty much full strength. Well, there you go. Matty Burns says, yo, hello, mate. Roxanne's first game, 11 a.m. Bulldogs SG ball playing. Yeah. And that'll be more exciting than the Tigers Raiders game on Sunday. Oh, huge hit. Yeah, let's get those capitals off, and please don't spam, brother. Don't spam, bro, and please get the capitals off, because otherwise I know the moderators are going to time you out. I'm going to put my hands up here, and I guarantee you that the moderators are going to time you out any moment now. No, Jay says, geez, Tigers, Raiders, I'd rather go to the dentist. Goodness me. Josh Allier, Instagram blocker. Riley, as a Panthers fan, said, what a dentist. See? He's been timed out. Wasn't me, Matty Burns. Wasn't me, but you kind of deserved it. No spamming, and also please don't use capitals the entire time, bro. But Riley Cafford, as a Penrith fan, doesn't know about what a tennis is. He's right. Membar says, mate, you say Chooks are poor. How poor? Really poor, bro. They're down 26-0. Like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? They're down 26-0, but maybe the Roosters might score here. 5 minutes out on the line. But again, no halves. Sam Walker-Lukiri gone. Warrior Hargrave's not playing. Obviously, Crichton's not there. Suolite was in the centres, but he went off with a HIA in the first 15 minutes. Joey Manu not there. There's still a heap of stuff. And Tedesco, I think, only played like 30 minutes. But Brandon Smith has been in and out. He's been poor, though. And another knock-on from the Roosters. A knock-on over here. And a knock-on over there. A knock-on here. A knock-on there. A knock-on everywhere. Knock-on here, knock-on there, knock-on everywhere. Roosters so bad, half their fans left the stadium. Godspeed to the 3 that stayed. No, that's the same 3 that started, and it's the same 3 that'll end. Do you notice how Knowledge for Lyrics came in for one comment to say calm down? It's only pre-season, and then has run away like a little girl. Newtown says, the people from Logan support Broncos or Titans? I'd say Broncos, bro. I'd say, if anything, Broncos. They've been around longer. It's close. It's probably closer to Suncorp than... Is it closer to Suncorp than Seabus? I don't know. Riley says, Roosters, Storm and Broncos have the worst fans. Probably Penrith 2 these days at the respective real ones. Parramatta's up there too, bro. I don't think Storm do. I disagree with that one. I think that Broncos are definitely there. I would say Roosters are up there when they turn up. Yeah, Penrith definitely nowadays. They weren't beforehand though. Manly are away here again. Oh, he's lost the ball. Nowadays they definitely... Oh, it's definitely not on first, Manly though. Yeah, Panthers fans nowadays, I'd still say Chooks. Broncos definitely. Eels are up there too, though. Feels like every time the Roosters get close scoring, they lose the ball because they don't care. Suncorp is on north side, so it's not even close. Member says Roosters do have their fans, I believe. Well, the reason why we make this joke, member, is because they didn't even finish in the top 8 for fan support last year. So the Roosters were a competitive team all year with a 114, 15-year history, with a successful history too. Predicted top 8, made top 8, and had a really poor crowd. They didn't make top 8 for crowds. Even the Gold Coast Titans had a higher crowd last year average than the Roosters. They've been around 15 years. They've had an unsuccessful history. Oh, Roosters taking on the sideline. Oh, no, he's still going here. So the point of the matter is that that's why people make the joke of it, because they didn't turn up last year. And they haven't turned up for years. AJ Brimson easy at fullback, Ratu. So 4 tackled here. Nate Chase says, lots of Panthers fans in Mount Druitt the past couple of years. They come out of the woodwork. Wasn't Mount Druitt Panthers territory? Oh, that's a great play. Roosters will score a try. Be 26-4 here. So Nat Butcher scored the try there for the Roosters, and that was a nice run. I think Nat Butcher's relatively underrated. I think he's relatively underrated. You know who has not shown much at all today? Victor Radley. Victor Radley has been basically... Well, I haven't even seen him really. Like, that was him there with the assist. Well, not even the assist. He passed it to Drew Hutchison. I haven't seen Victor Radley do much today. Oh shit, Paulo's playing the wing now. No way. Bro, Paulo's been dreadful all game. Motocross, not only did a bunch of Panthers fans suddenly appear out of nowhere, and they're all dads now to Booth. You know what? The Panthers fans, I defended them. I defended them up until last year. What convinced me that you guys were absolutely spot on was that on the Gold Coast, we never, ever receive Panthers fans. And there's a reason for that, because Penrith's not really an affluent area, right? So you're not going to see a great deal of people come up to the Gold Coast, especially when the Gold Coast is shit, right? You're not going to see people come from Penrith to the Gold Coast to watch the Panthers play, and especially when the Panthers are normally shit. So no one ever came. Last year, there's probably about 15,000 bloody Panthers fans there. And it's like, well, if you're from the Gold Coast, you're a bandwagon and buddy muppet. And I don't think you're from Penrith because I just don't think you're from Penrith. So I saw it last year that, yes, large bandwagon audience. What's the dad? Oh my God, they've missed the kick too. Wasn't even that hard of a kick. Yeah, but they were quiet before the past couple of years. I defended them until now. Ref was shonky first 10 minutes, Jamie, but since then, he's been fine. Victor is a palm now. Seabold, the NRL Trials specialist. Yeah, you watch the media circle jerky, mate. We're like, he's the best thing since last bread. Trent Robbo would be fuming, son. Fuming. So 14 minutes to go here. Those 13 plus betters need 34 unanswered points in 14 minutes. Good luck. Good luck. Alright, so the Roosters with the ball 15 metres out. Brandon Smith's Matt Lodge. Disappointing. Both these games are blowouts. Roosters fans claiming they were robbed. Probably. I think the Manly were offside there. Suppose the Riff is actually a middle-class haven of Western Sydney now. Average price is $1 million. Very gentrified, and with the new airport due to be built, there's a lot of dolly redos in Riff now. Well, there you go. I didn't know that, Spelly. Thank you for letting me know. What actually is Penrith territory? Is it obviously Penrith, but Adelaide, Muppet, clown. Another penalty given away from him. Instagram blocker. And look at him. Look at him. Look at him. You're a dog, bro. You are a dog, Instagram blocker. This is why he blocks me on Instagram, because he's a Muppet. You're a dog, Josh Aloye. He's just gone and got his elbow and rubbed it into the Buddy Rooster's back of his head while he's on the ground. That's bullshit. Now, I knew Mount Druitt, Newtown. I'm trying to think of other areas. Because Parramatta would hold, like the Eels would hold a little bit of a catchment area there too. But I think you have to go far west and then you start getting Penrith. The catchment. Talking about Panthers, I'm seeing prediction about Panthers making the grand final this year. I don't think so. Of course you're going to see predictions like that. They've won the last 2 years in a row. So third tackle now, Roosters with the ball 3 meters out of the line. Can they score again here? I don't think they can make a game of it, but I guess technically they could if they score here. St. Mary's? I didn't even know that's a place. Liverpool knows a place out there, though. Suppose Penrith up the mountains and Gus. Oh, a chance. Roosters try time. Under the post. Lindsay Collins. Well, maybe. Maybe. They got 3 to get here. Like, maybe the Roosters could be on for something here. There's only 12 minutes to go, but the Roosters are actually giving a bit of a crack here late. Instagram block. You can blame yourself, you clown. All of Western Sydney catchment. No, Sapello, no. Parramatta take majority. Parramatta take majority because they're inside. Outer West is, yeah, as Riley Cap said, Outer West is Penrith. I'm not from Western Sydney, and even I could tell you that. There's no way you could say Western Sydney in general. No way. Penrith is not. It is nowadays, but then again, Gold Coast is apparently goddamn nowadays. A goddamn buddy Penrith catchment. What suburb does Nathan Cleary live in? Why? And all right, 11.5 minutes to go here. 16 points. Can the Roosters maybe have a sneaky little comeback? Arunas, hey, a little sneaky comeback. Arunas here by the Roosters. 11.5 minutes to go. Yeah, Collins has come up an ACL. I forgot about that. Dasman says send link. It's funny because Rabbitohs used to be the one. I think when the Panthers were shit, people didn't really say the send link joke as Penrith, even though it was thereabouts. I was still quite young though, but it was thereabouts. It used to be the Rabbitohs that people would make that joke about. Nowadays, it's just all Penrith. My top 4 in no order: Panthers, Roosters, Storm, and Rabbitohs. Top 8 not in order: Panthers, Storm, Roosters, Rabbitohs, Titans. Nice. Sharks, Eels, and the Sea Eagles. Good work, Roxanne. I agree with that one. Roosters again here. The Roosters are away. They're going to score again. The Roosters. Oh! It's going to be a try. Roosters. It's going to be 26-16. The Roosters are coming back here. The Roosters are dead set coming back here. We are dead. The Roosters are dead set coming back here. We are dead set saying a comeback. This is 26-14 with a kick to come. 10 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But the Roosters are coming, son. The Roosters are coming. Roxanne's biggest improvers: Titans, Bulldogs, and Warriors. Alright, Titans, I love it. But Manly are falling apart late here. Boy, oh boy. That was a nice step there. My God. Who was that with that step? That was very nice. Cleary grew up in Penrith before he went to New Zealand. Don't know if you remember, considering you're a Jets fan, but his old man was a Penrith legend too. Yeah, Ivan Cleary, of course. That was some great stepping there. Leah Selby says, go to Manly. Yeah, players are really, really tired here. For Manly, not for Roosters. Unless you're just trying to be a rugby league hipster and following the Jets because you find their jersey an op shot. Well, isn't Newtown a pretty hip joint? Like one of those, what's it called? Indie places? I guess like a Burleigh in a way. You know, but the Burleigh is there, but no beach and whatnot. But like a hipster, what's it called? I don't know what the word is I'm thinking of, but no, Tom Shawar's not playing. Neither is Cherry Evans and whatnot. But then again, there's a lot of players out for the Roosters too. All I said was what suburb does Nathan Cleary was in. Why you mad? Rabbitohs was Centrelink because Redfern and Kings Cross were notorious for commission housing, but the government sold it all, and now the area is like 2 million plus. Yeah, back in 2020 to 2019, or 2020 when I was stuck there, I did some work, and I had to go through Redfern, and I've seen some really dodgy people in Redfern in the early hours of the morning, but it is very much gentrified, yes. All right, so first tackle, vegan soy latte lovers. Roosters with the ball. Nah, Teddy came off in the first half, remember? Isn't Penrith to Sydney sort of like what Logan is to Brisbane? I guess, yeah. It was 26-0. There's 10 points in it, lads. There's 10 points in it. Cleary's from the main streets of the Gold Coast. Yeah, isn't everyone, mate? So left-hand side here for the Roosters. Zamba says, who wants to go service tonight? No one with a clue. So Radley there. That was selfish. Should have passed that ball. Fit tackle, 45 minutes out. They've still got plenty of time now, the Roosters, though. This is wild. Like, there's still 9 minutes to go here. They only have scored 2 tries. Go the Newey Blue Baggers, mate. The Carlton don't play in Buddy Newey. True is. So Manly now the ball, 25 metres out from their own line, second tackle. They look very noticeably exhausted. Ben Trbojevic gets crunched there, 35 metres out from his own line. Watching this shows me my Seagulls are not fit enough of 80 minutes. We lead by a mile. This shows me if it's close in the last 20, we don't have the fitness to cover that in an NRL match. Facts. Yeah, it is facts. It is facts. This has been a really, really poor drop-off here for Manly because this is a weak Roosters team right now. Oh, 4 pass. Wow, they've got away with a 4 pass there, Manly, at the halfway point. 45, actually. So, Roosters get the ball here at 15. They should have had the ball at the halfway point, though. All right, so Roosters now. What can they do? First tackle at the 30. Someone's just dropped some big buddy bottle somewhere. Second tackle. Yeah, it's actually been a great... Oh, holy shit, you clueless muppet. Radley. He's been poor today, bro. He really has been poor today. He's been poor today, Victor Radley. I haven't seen him be influential at all, really. Truly. Like they didn't go through. What do you mean? So 7.5 minutes to go. Still time. So it's going to be Cooper Johns to put this ball through. It'll be weird to kind of review this game if Roosters were to come back. It would be weird because it's not like they've been great at all. They've been dreadful. But man, like Roosters were terrible for 65 minutes. Terrible for 65 minutes. Roosters may lose this, but they have exposed Manly's fitness-wise. They've exposed Manly's fitness-wise, but Manly have exposed Roosters' defense or care factor, really. So, all good offload there. Manly could score here. If they score here, it's game. If they score, it's game. 4 tackle, 2 metres out from the line. 4 tackle, rolls it back, gives it potentially obstruction if he scores that. Probably glad that he didn't. Feed tackle here, 1 metre out. I nearly said Jamie Lyon. Wowee. Cooper Johns kicks it through. I would leave that. Oh, bro, the bounce was great for Manly. Yes, Ryan, it's the first stream with... No, sorry, we did the Knights Eels game before. But first day stream, yeah. They've exposed each other. There has been exposing of each other, yes. That's not even going to make it 10. If I'm Manly, I'd take the 2. No, if I'm Manly, I'd take the 2. We'd make it 20. No, you wouldn't bother. It's a preseason game. Who cares? Yeah, if this was regular season, this is a no-brainer 2 points. But this is not regular season, so... Oh, they are going to take the 2. Exposed. Both teams have been exposed here for weaknesses, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, wind down the clock, but this is a preseason game. Like in a regular season game, this is a guarantee 100% bolter, you take the 2. Preseason, you're just like, you still want to trial out your attack. Oh, yeah. If they win this game, they win the 100K. Yeah, you're right, Blake. Yeah, they win this game, they win the 100K. They will come first in the preseason challenge. So, yeah, fair enough. True. Thoughts on why KCR losing their main man in Justin Skipper Scope Horror to a corporate media giants? They get the kick. And KO, if they offered the right money, what would you do?
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I don't really watch much of YKTR. That's crazy that he's gone because he was a big influence there. I don't know how they get through without him. 4 minutes 43 to go here. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I would. The thing is with me, man, is that I would make sure that no matter what, I'm still creating content. Like, I'm not going to sell myself out for that. But I will always be creating content. But it's not like I would say no to the thought of it. Callum Brooks says, still a chance of Manly 50 bomb. Yeah, mate. Yeah. It's going to happen right now. Roxanne says, 16 points without even trying needs to be questioned against Thai defense. Back to fitness training. The Bulldogs will give it to us round 1. Bulldogs should settle. It'll be... I think Bulldogs... I don't know. They've got no halfback. Kyle Flanagan's not a halfback. He's not a halfback. Sorry. 4 minutes to go here. I hope Morgan Harper's alright. Oh, no. He's twisted his knee. I hate when players grab their knee. That's not a good sign. I really hope. I've done the old, I'll show you mine. I'll show you yours. I'll show you yours. Dear me. Yeah. Oh, they're talking about swap deal, whatever. We play Panthers on the Gold Coast. Roxanne says the preseason is on points differential. If the Dogs put 50 on the Sharks, they win. Can the Dogs? Did the Dogs get 15 points last week? I thought the Dogs got 14 points last week. I have a feeling that Manly could be a top 4 team. No, not a top 4, bro. It's a preseason. Don't get too excited. 4th tackle now for Manly. They're 45 minutes up on the line. People actually think Roosters are taking it seriously. Bro, you're losing respect by the way you're talking. Because if you had been winning this game, we would know you'd be coming in here circle jerking and wanking this team off. Bro, just take a breath and get off YouTube because you're making yourself look silly, bro. Sipelli says back to game. KO is a gun. Yeah, KO Week's been great. It's only a trial, right, Knowledge? Yeah, he's a clown, bro. Blake says only Roosters Manly got 15. Only Roosters Manly got 15. That's what I'm saying. So I think Manly... I think they've got 15 in this game too. This is why you're not really liked in this channel, Knowledge, because you just say stupid shit. Sapella says, I honestly thought Bird Gang was crazy letting Dylan Walker go, but the near 14 KO is gone. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Dylan Walker's a good player, man. We spoke about him yesterday on the Senators tier list. He did. He's a good player. Warriors will really benefit from him. Oh, it's a great tackle. It's a fit tackle of the Roosters. That penalty really kind of makes you feel like the game's over. It's like it's not, but it made you feel it. Roosters got numbers here. No, you pass the ball there. You pass the ball, you don't kick it. So Manly now with the ball. Second tackle. They go left-hand side here. Knowledge is the reason why people don't like you. Shush. So third tackle at the 40. We tolerate you. Don't like you. We tolerate you. You don't do anything wrong. You're just very... There's a reason why the chat comes here when you comment. Let's put it that way. So fourth tackle now for Manly. They get this ball 45 minutes out. I don't mind the Roosters. I have no hatred for the Roosters. I want them to lose because of you. That should tell you a lot. I don't care. I actually don't mind the Roosters. I respect their success. I respect their club. But it's because of you that I don't like them. Just a shout out. And maybe if I supported a bottom 4 team, I'd be more likable. There are Storm fans here. There are Panthers fans here. Look at Riley Catford. We're not having a crack at Riley Catford. He's a Panthers fan. It's the way you hold yourself, bro. It's the way you are. There is plenty of successful fans in this chat.
There's plenty. Like, it's just that you say really stupid shit to try and get under the skin of people, and then cry because you don't want people to hate you, but you do it deliberately, and then you were like, why people don't like me? So 4 tackle now at the 40. Roosters with the ball. And there we go. Storm don't have real fans and Panthers fans and bandwagons. And that proves my point. Roxanne's go to Bulldogs Sunday. That might have been through enough, considering Manly coach was basically a criminal in what he did to them. I'm Manly, but I'm a Bulldog. Respect the dad and soft spot. Yeah, well, we'll be streaming it. We'll be streaming all day Sunday, all day tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, we've got Rabbitohs Dragons Charity Shield. We've got the Panthers versus St. Helens in the World Club Challenge, and also Broncos Cowboys Queensland Derby. So big day tomorrow. Definitely get around it. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Mate, just get out, I said. Oh, man. So, third tackle. And Bulldogs fans are uncivilized. Knowledge said, this is why people don't like you. 24 seconds to go. Oh, no. Try an offload. And it'll be Roosters ball. Doesn't matter. The game's over. Knowledge will be the first person to have his BKR membership rescinded and officially told to take his money and go away, basically. It's funny, though. Like, we're not going to hide him because he hasn't done anything wrong. But it's funny. There have been people in the past who have bought memberships whilst hidden to try and get themselves unhidden. Like, once you're hidden, bro. I think when you're hidden, you can still donate and send something through and to have the comment read on the screen and whatnot and over there. But I think that's about it. Roosters now riding some. People have done it before. Roosters. This has been an entertaining game, but it's also been a really embarrassing one for the Chooks. And there we go. And there they go. A final score, Mele win 28-16 here. I think both teams showed weaknesses in the other. I think that, obviously, Manly proved that, well, look, let's be honest. Sam Walker, Luke Keary weren't there. Joey Martin wasn't there. Tedesco going to play short minutes. No worry at Hargraves, Angus Crichton kind of deal. So there was a few outs for Roosters, but also Manly were good today. And did show they have the attack in them, they have the defence in them too, until late. And then that's when the Roosters exposed that Manly aren't an 80-minute team. They don't seem like they have the capacity to play for 80 minutes right now. They all got really tired of what's their fitness like going into this season. That's the biggest thing here. That's the biggest thing that I guess you take away from this as a Manly fan. But it is pre-season, guys. So Manly will win the pre-season competition. They'll get 100K. There you go. Have fun. I think they were the only team alongside the Roosters who had the 15 points from last week, so that's why. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. I will see you guys tomorrow for 3 streams. I'll see you guys for 3 streams tomorrow. Dragons, Rabbitohs, St. Helens versus Penrith, and then Broncos, Cowboys. So 3 big ones, and then 4 games on Sunday is going to be absolutely huge. And yeah, alright guys, I'm jumping off. Alright guys. Catch you later. I don't know what I'm saying. I was about to say thumbs up and subscribe, but I've already said that, so I'll go now. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later.